Hey, all right, let's tap for kind of an emotional first aid situation. Whatever it is, something is really bothering you right now. Maybe something that happened at school, something you saw that was disturbing, a feeling that just feels terrible, and you can't even put your finger exactly on why. It doesn't matter. Tap along with me. First of all, just remember go get a glass of water if you haven't had anything to drink recently. Hydration is important. And number two, tune in and get specific as possible about what's bothering you and rank that specific thing on a scale from 1 to 10. So take a second and do that. 10 is like, if 10 is like, this is the worst thing that has ever happened, and 1 is like, no big deal. Okay? Now get as specific as possible. And I would tell you, even if, for example, it's a breakup, you just had a breakup and you're just feeling terrible, that's a big thing to work on. Totally possible with tapping, but get as specific as possible. In most things where we imagine just a huge stressor, it's a huge stressor, but also within it, there's some sort of crescendo. There's some sort of specific, like that phrase he said, or the fact that he broke up with you over text. There's a specific piece that's the worst. Start there and be as specific as possible. Okay, so 3 things: be hydrated, rate it on a scale from 1 to 10, be specific. Are you ready? Let's do it. We start by tapping what we call our setup points. That's here. We call them kind of the karate chop area. If you were to karate chop a board, see where I am? And we tap here while we say the following thing 3 times. And that is, even though blank happened, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. What are you filling in the blank? Like a phrase about what happened, a few words. For example, even though they left me out, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though he broke up with me over text, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Whatever that specific thing is that you're tapping on, remember, we're being specific. Whatever that is, you're plugging that into the blank. Even though blank, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, and we're going to do that 3 times. You ready? So you fill it in right now. Even though I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Now I go through the points. Here they are. You ready? Top of your head, side of your eyebrow. You get a nice close up of my face. Side of your eyebrow. See where I am? Other side of the eyebrow. Under the eye on the bone. Under the nose. Under the mouth. Right under the collarbone. And then a little bit under the armpit. So like not quite your armpit, a little bit lower. See where I am? Okay, and then we just go back to those same points again and again and again. Top of your head, side of your eyebrow, other side of your eyebrow, under your eye, under your nose, under your mouth, under your collarbone, and under your armpit. Now, while we're doing this, what are we doing while we're tapping these points? We are venting. Now, as you vent, I'll stop for a second while I talk. It's hard to explain the tap at the same time. While we're tapping these points, we're going to keep cycling through the points. Don't stress about how many times you're tapping each point. It's just roughly 6, 7, 8 times. Don't overthink it. Don't stress about what hand you're using. No overthinking. Just do it. You're venting. And you're venting like graphically and dramatically. Profanity is great. Do it internally if you're in a place where you don't want to be overheard. Ideally, I do this in my car a lot. Ideally, you are just getting it out. Like, that jerk. How could he have done that? After all I did for him, I just want to punch his face in. Ah! And growling is fine. Loud noises is fine. Venting and venting like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh, get it? And again, I'm not going to do profanity because I'm on camera, but whatever you feel called to say about that specific situation, Get it out. So I'm going to be quiet now. Follow what I'm doing and just tap along and vent, 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 okay? So again, we'll start from top of the head, side of the eyebrow. All right. Keep venting. Keep venting. Just tap on with me. Back to the top of it. Again, you really, as much as you can, sit in that disturbing situation. What you're doing is you're activating all that stress, all that fight or flight in those parts of the brain at the same time that you're tapping the acupressure points that soothe that part of the brain. Your brain gets a little confused. It just can't hold on to both pieces at the same time. So to let part of it go, which is cool. And just you feel less stressed. So keep following me. Again, just as much as you can, sitting in that stressful scenario, feeling any of that anger, the worry, the anxiety, really as much as you can, bringing it up to tap it away. Follow me. Keep tapping. Keep tapping. And you can change sides. You notice I'm on a different armpit this time, or a little lower. All right, back to top of the head. Whew. Eventually, keep tapping through the points. Eventually, you'll just feel done. I don't know if you can hear my voice. Even my voice is a little bit more relaxed. You just feel finished. And then take a minute, check in, see on a scale from 1 to 10, has it moved? And hopefully it's shifted. Maybe it was an 8, now it's a 4 or a 3. If you still have a little bit of charge around it, make sure you've been specific enough. Make sure you haven't changed to actually being upset about a similar thing. For example, I worked with a client, she was tapping on a breakup, and she shifted the anger she felt around him, but within a minute she was on to being angry at herself that she had put up with him for that long. And then had a whole new layer of anger and shame and all these things, but it wasn't the same original piece. So keep an eye out if you've shifted and now you want to do another round of tapping about a similar thing. But if there's still, let's say, a 3-level stress left and you want to do another 3 rounds of tapping, go for it. See if you can bring it down to a 0 or a 1. And to do that, we start again. We go back to our setup phrase. And we just, instead of saying, even though this thing happened, blank happened, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself, instead, we just do it again and we say, even though this is still a level 3 stressor or a level 4 stressor, whatever the thing is, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And again, we do that 3 times. So it would be, even though this thing is still a level 3, whatever it is, whatever the number is, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though this is still bothering me at a level 3, however you want, you can riff on it a little bit. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then again, just keep going through those points, vent the rest of it out, and then check in again and see if it's shifted. All right, good luck. Thanks for watching. Bye.